Hello and welcome to This One Thing, a daily video devotional coming to you from First Presbyterian Church of Fort Lauderdale. My name is Nick Merchant. I'm one of the associate pastors here. And each day, one of our pastors or staff members are going to be looking at one of the texts in the Revised Common Lectionary's daily readings, and we'll be pulling out one thing for you to consider. We hope that you find this an encouraging and thought-provoking part of your day. Enjoy. Yesterday was a different kind of Easter. And yet I was talking on the phone last night to my brother-in-law, or with my brother-in-law, and he shared that his 6-year-old little girl had just said that it had been the best Easter ever. Our Easter service was actually filmed a couple of days ago, and so yesterday morning, my wife and I woke up with our little girl, and we got to go for a walk together and enjoyed a cup of coffee, and then we went home and we sat on the couch together and we got to watch worship together as a family. Something that I'll likely never get to do again in my career. It was really special, and in some ways, perhaps it was the best Easter ever. Christ is risen. I was texting that phrase with friends and family yesterday over and over and over again, and in some ways it began to even kind of look funny, texting it repeatedly. Have you ever noticed that if you say something again and again, or if you write a word or phrase again and again and again, it begins to sound funny or look funny? It can even begin to lose its meaning a little bit. There's a phrase for that. It's called semantic satiation. When you repeat something over and over so many times that it begins to just look like or sound like a jumble of letters, and it can begin to lose its meaning. Could that be true when we say Christ is risen again and again? The passage this morning in the daily reading is a passage from Mark, and it's a reminder to us that first Easter, it really began just like any other day. Some women woke up and they went out in the morning, and they walked to the tomb to anoint the body of a friend of theirs who had been executed. And as they arrived at the tomb, they met someone who was dressed in all white, and here's what that person said to them: "Do not be alarmed. You are looking for Jesus of Nazareth, who was crucified. He has been raised. Christ is risen." Words that were spoken more than 2,000 years ago and have been repeated over and over and over again, and have never lost their meaning. Perhaps that was the best Easter ever, but yesterday was pretty good. And here is the one thing: that Christ is risen. Christ is risen. Christ is risen. Be safe and be well. We'll see you tomorrow.